out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Fielded about a yard deep. Gets around him, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Play fake here on first down. Over the middle to Garcon. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Pierre Garcon, 81 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Well, look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. Well, before this next offensive drive gets going, you know, we still have two 0-6 teams in the NFL, the 49ers and the Browns, and you're looking at me because I know you made a prediction that one of these two teams would win this past week.
Yeah, we had the Giants in there going into it as well, right? We had the Giants, 49ers, and Browns, and I predicted that the Browns would be the first to get off the schneid. Instead, it was the Giants. So the Browns looking at me with a little crooked eye, aren't they? Like, hey, just leave us alone and let us play. Don't make any more predictions, man.
Hoyer. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I think we saw some of the best qualities of Carlos Hyde on that run. Able to pick up something there, being physical running the football. But I think he's got really good vision and great feet. He's going to be the key to this offense really being revitalized.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now Hoyer. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Forced out to his left. And some room to maneuver. And I think the ball's out. And the Packers pick it up. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job. On a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Here's Hoyer. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Nick Perry coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they... don't exist when you're this close to the goal line, but as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And, you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the offensive starters for the 49ers, and mentioned earlier C.J. Beathard now the quarterback. And this side, they could use a jolt. 0-6 for the first time in 38 years.
Yeah, what do they say? The first team in NFL history to lose 5 consecutive games by 3 points or less. So that doesn't...
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it costs them 2 points.
Well, we got a second here before this next drive starts. It seems like every week we're talking injuries, and we had 3 quarterback shoulder injuries from this last week.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate because we're talking about some of the most recognizable players in the league. Jameis Winston really coming on as a young quarterback. Trevor Siemian, captain of the Denver Broncos, and won the job for a second year in a row. And, of course, Aaron Rodgers may be the best quarterback in the league. You know, Rodgers probably gone for the season. Winston, I think they could have brought him back, but they were cautious with him and kept him out of the game. And Siemian did play in the second half in their loss to the Giants.
Yeah, that's the good news. 2 of the 3 able to return. Unfortunately for Rodgers, looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Mike Daniels in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. To throw is Beathard. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Third down, Carlos Hyde. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level.
Which under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Clay Matthews coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the Packers pick it up. A huge loss on the play.
Yeah, holding on to the football is a big problem for the 49ers last year. Shouldn't surprise any of us, right? When you're 2-14, you probably will lead the league in fumbles as they did. How about they have 15 last year?
15 of them, yep, and a 2-14 record, kind of indicative. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught, left side, Bennett. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. On second down, here's Rodgers. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught, Nelson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 32 that time. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. This is Cobb with a catch right side. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They start the drive with Hyde. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Beathard to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. To throw is Beathard. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, Charles, let's take a step back from this game for a second. We're 6 weeks into the NFL season. Super Bowl predictions. What do you have?
I go back to preseason. We had a little chat about it, and, of course, we both said, hey, let's go out on a limb and pick some wild ones. And, of course, that meant you took...
Yeah, I took the Falcons and the Patriots really out on a limb.
Yeah, and I took the Patriots and the Packers. Did the exact same thing. We both kind of went chalk across the board on that one. But now that we're 6 weeks in, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I've got a revision. I'm going to go Browns 49ers.
I love it. Now, it's going to be a bowl. Yeah. Maybe not super in this year.
But they're not mathematically eliminated.
No, but
I mean,
listen, Green Bay now might not have Aaron Rodgers the rest of the way. New England's struggling on defense. Okay, if we're going to take a little bit of a revision here, let's go with the Kansas City Chiefs coming out of the AFC and coming out of the NFC. Somehow, deep
under pressure now, and Beathard goes down to the turf. Mike Daniels getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. Beathard into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year, but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, fourth best in the league. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. On second down, Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. They're going to line up to go for this on fourth down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. His throw incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now it's Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. The old connection, Rodgers to Nelson, getting Green Bay a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Lets it go for Nelson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Rodgers now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone, a pick.
Broke, it's that bad. Want your people